Greetings of the day, and in my today's lecture series, I would like to discuss about the fourth P of marketing mix, that is the distribution channel, which we are calling it the place. As of course, the place is important when we are distributing the products and if we are serving the services to the customers. And you know that in today's scenario, lots of distribution channels are adopted by the companies to make the convenient to the customers and to reach the products to the ultimate consumers. So it is the process of that deciding that how to get goods in customer hands basically. Ultimately, if I'm talking about the example of item being an industrial and consumer products, those who are selling to the clients or selling to the customers. For example, if I'm taking the shampoo as a product and the companies are manufacturing shampoos like ITC is manufacturing shampoo, Godrej is manufacturing shampoo. Similarly, Procter and Gamble, Hindustan Unilever Limited. But question is how they are distributing their products to the ultimate customers and the users basically. So manufacturer sells their products to customers through retailers or the wholesalers. If I am talking about in the case of shampoo, the hair salons are the perspectives of the companies, and if I'm talking about the hotel chains for business use, so these are the prospective customers of the companies, and the companies are distributing the same in the different ways by adopting the different means. So channels of distribution is the path a product takes from its producers or manufacturers to the final users. So industrial users are there, consumers are there. So industrial users are the final users when a product purchased for business use. Obviously, there are certain components which are finally used by these certain businesses, and distribution of these components are important, and the timely distribution is important. Rather, if I'm talking about the demand and supply factor of the products in a market. Consumer products, final users when a product purchased for the personal use, right? I'm talking about the shampoo I'm using for the personal use, right? I'll be purchasing this shampoo from the retailers, okay? So this is the way that how the companies are maintaining and distributing the products to the customers. So before going for the further discussions, I would like to highlight the certain levels of distribution channels, because it's important, because there are three levels of distribution channels: zero level, one level, and the two level distribution channels. Zero level channels are directly the companies are selling to their customers, right? That is from manufacturers to the consumers. The chain is like this. One level is concerned with the manufacturers to the wholesalers and to the retailers. This is the one level distribution channel. Two level distribution channel is manufacturer, wholesalers, retailers, and the final consumers. So these are the three levels of distribution channels, and you must be aware of that what are the levels of distribution channels. In many exams the questions are coming in the form of like that, what are the levels of distribution channels, what is the zero level distribution channel, what is the first level distribution channel, what is the second level distribution channel. That's also important for your information. Direct distribution is also there when the producer sells goods or services directly to the customers with no intermediaries. This concern in the case of the direct channel. if I'm talking about indirect distribution, is involving one or more intermediaries. As I have given the examples, I have given the explained you about the levels of distribution 0, 1 and 2. So in this case, directly or indirectly, the products are distributed to the final consumers. Now, if I'm talking about the channel members, who are the channel members? The first is the intermediaries, that's middleman we are talking about. The businesses involved in sales transactions that move products from the manufacturers to the final user. So it reduces the numbers of contacts required to reach the final user. Middleman, intermediaries. Classified by whether they take ownership of goods and services. It depends. If they want to take the ownership, they can. If they don't want to take the ownership, they can directly meeting with the wholesalers, right? They can directly interacting with the wholesalers and just discussing about the orders, and finally they are distributing the product. This is another way, another channel. Wholesalers are the businesses that buy large quantities of goods from manufacturers, store the goods, and then resell them to other businesses. Okay, take title to goods they buy for resale also. Like there are two terms are there. That's the rack jobbers, wholesalers who manage inventory and merchandising for retailers by counting stock, filling it in when needed, and maintaining store displays. That is the rack jobbers. Then drop shippers is another concern. On the goods they sell but do not physically handle the actual products. That is the only the case of drop shippers. Next we have the channel members, retailers, right? Sell goods to final consumers for only the personal use. Like in the case of there are brick and mortar retailers sells goods to the customers from their own physical stores only. Buy products from manufacturers or wholesalers. Non-store retailers are also there, right? No stores, if I'm talking about the professional stores are concerned, departmental stores are concerned, non-store retailers are also there. Take title for goods. Now, new way of distributing the product is e-tailing. All are aware of this online retailing. We are talking about the virtual retailing. We are talking about the selling products over the internet. This is the another channel members concern. Then we have agents, intermediaries that brings buyers and sellers together in a market. That's the agents. Then we have independent manufacturers representatives also work with several related but non-competing manufacturing in a specific industry. In a specific industry, if I'm talking about the electronic industry, if I'm talking about the automobile industry, and paid commission on what they sell. Okay, this is the independent manufacturers representatives. And we have a brokers. Yes, brokers negotiate a sell, right? Paid a commission and look for new customers. Okay, so broker role is they are negotiating a selling, paid a commission, and look for a new customers. Channels are manufacturer directly to consumers also, like selling products at the production site. Second, having a sales force call on consumers. Third, using catalogs or ads to generate sales. Using telemarketing, right? And telemarketing is a form of this direct marketing, which I have already discussed in my previous lecture. So using the internet to make online sales also, it's another way, manufacturer directly to the consumer. Then manufacturers to retailers to the consumers, used for merchandise that dates quickly or needs servicing, that requires quickly services. Nowadays, what happened due to the COVID problem, right? Distribution is important. right? Ultimately, the product should be reached to the ultimate customers. There should not be a dearth of supply of the products nowadays. Okay, and the companies are ensuring to the retailers that they should get more and more products. Ultimately, the product should reach to the customers and they don't find any kind of problems to get the products. This is in the case of certain situations like COVID pandemics nowadays. Lockdown is there. Okay, so people are not having a problem of such kind of things. So, so distribution is important. That's why the government has taken the initiative that how to start the channels and the production activities, so that the there is no dearth of the supply of the products and the no dearth of the production of the products, the usage of the products or the necessities to the people. That's important, right? The role of distribution is important in this case, in this today's scenarios. So what are the distribution channel functions? That's important because distribution channels are playing certain roles and obviously they are having these certain functions also. First is the information, gathering and distributing marketing research and intelligence information about the marketing environment, because the retailers and the wholesalers are the direct encounter, having the direct encounter with the customers, and they are getting the feedback about the product usage, right, the problems of the products, and ultimately that information is working the role of this marketing intelligence. That's important function. Promotion of the product, developing and spreading persuasive communications about an offer, because directly the wholesalers and the retailers are meeting with the customers and they are directly interacting with the customers so that they can easily convey the message about the various offers to the customers, right? That's important. Promotion. Contact, finding and communicating with prospective buyers. Distribution channels are maintaining and developing the contacts for the companies also. That's again a main function of the distribution channels. Matching, shaping and fitting the offer to the buyer's needs, including such activities such as manufacturing, grading, assembling, and packaging. Again, because they directly meeting with the customers, so that they know the customer needs and requirements so closely. Okay, so they are matching and shaping and fitting the offer to the buyer needs also by telling the companies that what they have to do. Negotiation is another concern in the case of distribution channel, agreeing on price and other terms of the offer so that ownership or possession can be transferred. They are helping in the ownership and the possessions between the two parties, buyers and the sellers. Physical distribution, transporting, logistics, storing goods in warehousing, etc. That's also the function of the distribution channel. Financing, acquiring and using funds to cover the costs of channel work. That's important. Risk taking, assuming financial risks such as the inability to sell inventory at full margin. Sometimes the companies are facing such kind of problems. So, assuming financial risks such as the inability to sell inventory at full margin, sometimes they can have a problem. So, this is the part one of the distribution channel, the fourth P in the marketing mix. In the second part, I would discuss about the distribution intensity and the process and how we can design the distribution channels. Right. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Be safe. Stay at home. Namaskar.